Okay.
You know I watched it.
Yeah. I was just. Did you finish it?
Primitive.
No, Sam, I did not finish it.
Okay, well then move on.
Of course I finished it, yeah.
Okay, well then hurry up.
Yeah, Danny. Tell us why it's good, but do it in a faster way than I did.
Okay,
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Anime Summit Podcast. It's your favorite host with the most, Sam. And Wingus and Dingus. Okay, moving on. Here we go. I'm just kidding.
Wow. You're a jerk.
With me is Danny.
I don't even know if I want to do this episode now.
And over in the corner by the vending machine, the pop machine, is Nick.
You have two choices. Hurt yourself, or hurt Danny by breaking all of her fingers.
What the fuck?
Oh, God. Dude, you know what?
You have two choices. Eat a scoop of strawberry ice cream, or Danny loses a toe.
If it was you guys, I would hurt myself, dude. I wouldn't do that to you guys. I don't know.
I would hurt you guys for fun.
All right.
Wow.
My idea of fun is killing
Your pain
everyone.
is my joy.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy. I knew something was up with that at the end. I was like, these guys are fakers. I don't know, dude.
That was Tomodachi game we were referencing.
Yeah, dude. Which aired this season, which is why we're talking about it. Because we're reviewing the spring season.
2022 spring season.
2022. Yeah, I was about to say that. God.
Could have been like 1994. They don't know.
Yeah, we're reviewing 1994, dude. No, I want to do that, though. Like, I think when we did our last decade thing, Nick was like, dude, let's do fucking the 90s. And I was like, dude, let's do it. Which wouldn't be that much, right? Because they didn't air
I say
as much.
we just go back in time. Just go back to the 2000s, then the 90s, then the 80s.
Next, then.
It gets easier.
Oh, true,
it gets easier because there's less and less anime.
Yeah, we should do that next, yeah?
Although each anime is longer, so...
Yeah, let us know if you guys wanted us to do that, because doing the Decade Spotlight was hard. Well, it wasn't hard, it was just a lot, but it was really fun, and I would love to do it again. I think
Let's just say that one of these shows could make this decade spotlight.
10 years from now, when we're
yeah, 10 years from now when we're in the water wars and we're all have to wear fucking breathing masks.
And then
we'll be talking about this.
And then we're doing parkour to fight for food and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Spring season 2022.
10 years from now when Japan really sinks.
God.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's what bubble was, is a metaphor for climate change. Yeah, no, dude, let's fucking do it, dude. Let's just jump right in. Let me tell you this, though. links.animesummit.net, okay? You can go there and find all the links to listen to, like where to listen in Google Podcasts or Spotify. And the thing I'll say about Spotify is you can leave ratings now, and we had been forgetting to like tell people about that, but you can leave ratings on podcasts now. If you would like to, please leave us a rating so we can get to 100 ratings. I would very much appreciate that, getting to 100 ratings. That would be great. If you don't listen on Spotify, but you happen to be cruising Spotify for some other reason, or you just...
in between episodes of Rogan.
Yeah,
you gotta listen to us.
And you just, just give us a rating on, whatever. I would very much appreciate that. And then, so we had said a couple episodes back that we were going to review Hunter x Hunter for July. And because of, like, all, like, the breaks and stuff we took in June, we're, like, kind of, and beginning of July, we're kind of, like,
I'll be out of town for part of July, too.
Yeah, Nick is, like, going out of town again, so, like, we're kind of reconvening again properly this time, and we pushed the Hunter x Hunter review back because it was just too close to the spring review that we were just like, no, me and Danny need to finish this. So we're going to hopefully do that by the end of August. And so if you haven't seen Hunter x Hunter 2011, definitely now is the time to watch it if you want to watch it with us and, hear our review by the end of August. Definitely do that. And one more thing I want to say before we get into the episode, okay? And I'll try not to go too long. But the patrons already know this, so this is me just telling you guys who are not patrons, and if you want to be a patron, just to see what I'm doing. I made this joke, we made this joke on the Discord about like shonen tropes and delinquent stuff because everyone was making fun of me. They were like, "Oh, Sam likes delinquent rumble stuff. If it's not a delinquent rumble shonen, then Sam won't like it." And we were talking about like tropes and shit, and like Dragon Ball tropes where like somebody gets like their shit rocked, and then they get up and they're like, "Interesting," you know what I mean? And then we were like, "Dude, that's Nick, right? That'll be Nick." Like me and Danny will be like
the cold calculating one.
Yeah, Nick comes to save me and Danny after we have a tough time with an enemy and whatever. And so that was like them. We made that joke like 2-3 years ago. Anyway, I made a doodle of it when I was drawing, and I showed it to the patrons. I was like, "You guys think this would be funny if I like made a comic like this? Like honestly, it'd be like, you know." And then people were like, "Yeah, that could be funny." And then I just kept doodling, and so now I am 13 pages in. Episode 1 of the Fists of Summit, and so Nick has no lines in it at all. That's really funny. He has no lines in this episode.
Well, Sam, you're not letting anyone else help creatively. It's all you.
Yeah, no, I don't want because the thing is if I let Nick or Danny do it, they're gonna include like some other
too many
weird
cooks
shit.
in the kitchen.
Too many cooks in the kitchen. Mainly, I'm doing it for me because I've wanted to write a story like this for a long time.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah, but like I just figured this is a cool thing to share with the patrons, and so by the time the 3 episodes are out, or the 3 chapters, I should say, are out, you know, I'll have enough to print a book, and so the patrons will get a physical copy. I have
That's a reason to be a patron.
Yeah,
God damn.
I have resources to get this printed, so I am exercising those resources to get this printed. And you know, depending on like what it's like, you know, I'll order this many or this many. Anyways, if you become a patron, you can listen to my little audio podcast about it. It's just called Fists of Summit Announcement on the patron page. So if you want to be a part of that, definitely give that a listen.
It's actually really funny.
Yeah,
like it's legit something I would read.
Yeah, like it's not even that serious. Like there's serious like action shit in it, but like Danny's breaking the fourth wall. Nick sits on a bucket. It's really funny because you know like that's like a thing. Jokes on the podcast are like in it. Like that's part of it. So you know, there's girls hollering at Nick talking to him about like, "Oh, talk to me about climate change. It'll be funny." And then Nick like making fun of like,
oh man,
yeah,
the
Nick,
ladies love doomerism.
yeah, Nick making fun of the bad guys like breaking the fourth wall and shit, and I think it's pretty funny. So, but yeah, anyway, I've been having a lot of fun working on that, and you can see my progress and stuff as I posted in the Discord channel. I will be posting some images on the Patreon page as well if you become a patron. That being said, I went too long on that, so let's just dive right in. Spring season 2020 review, listener question of the week. Nick, what do you got?
All right,
Speaking of
from
tropes.
Ed. Wait, what?
I said speaking of tropes.
Oh yeah, speaking of tropes, this is from Ed. Are there any tropes that ruin a show for you? Let's start with Danny.
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Danny.
Because Sam's been filibustering.
Sorry.
The one trope that I will say that is kind of really bothers me is like the psycho kind of tsundere.
Yandere.
Like, for example, Yamai from Komi, like, she cringe. Like, I hate that type of character.
No, I love it.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it. That's why Komi is not a 10 for me, because of that freaking character.
Well, I mean, there's like a comedic
it's
version
not,
of it, and then there's...
No, there isn't.
Then there's like the actual versions with the actual knives and killing people, which is the version I like. The one that Danny's referring to is a little more pervy.
It's like a bad pervy. It's not like haha pervy. Like, To me, it's just
Not that-
bad.
it's funny.
I don't
Not
like
that
it.
any pervy's that good, but like yeah,
But like in a comedic.
I like when
and
she menacingly whispers in everyone else's
that
ear
I
that,
hate.
like,
I can't
Comey
stand
is hers.
that. I cannot stand
No,
that
it's
at
so
all.
funny,
I
dude. It's
cannot
so
stand
so
that.
funny.
do you're nothing.
Dude,
You're
one
just a
time
piece
when
of
I
shit.
was one time when I think I mentioned this on the pod a while ago. I was out drinking, like, this is like 10 years ago with some friends, and like we were walking in a group of guys and girls, and one of my friends goes up to one of the girls we're walking with, and he whispers to her, he's like, "Hey, I thought I told you couldn't talk to other guys." Like, he barely knew her too. Like they were not going out or anything.
They were
That's the
just
funny
playing,
part.
like he's just like trolling her. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought. I told
But
you
that's
to
what
do
that
shit.
girl does in Comey-san, pretty much. So
Yeah, like she's like you're nothing. You think you can be Comey's friend? Huh? No, you're nothing. You're a piece of shit. You're
fucking
garbage.
piece of shit. Kill yourself.
It's like fucked
I don't
up.
think she doesn't say that.
Yeah, she doesn't say that, but she basically is like you're nothing. You're trash. But
Yeah.
anyway, so Danny hates that trope. Okay, what about you, Nick?
I'm gonna get mine from CBR, and I'm gonna choose generic self-insert protagonist. Kirito is kind of the one everyone thinks about, but let's go to Star Wars. Actually, Rey from the new Star Wars trilogy. She's too strong. Mary Sue's, Gary Stu's, a little bit too much there. I'm gonna pick that one.
Man, they fumbled the bag on that one a little bit. I don't know, dude. Yeah, I'm probably self-insert. Really, they don't bother me too much. A lot of tropes, I guess. The one trope that I probably hate the most and that I've complained the most on the podcast is like where a romance anime ends in hand-holding. And
Yep.
and Danny on this podcast has said to me before, like, well, why do they have to fuck? Like, they don't have to always do that. Yeah, that's not my point. My point is,
dude, I want to see it.
my point is like, if you're gonna romance each other that way, with romantic feelings, then give me a kiss or something, even a kiss on the cheek or something. You know what I mean?
Give me a meaningful glance.
If we're going for a platonic kind of love story, then that's fine. Then I get it, right? It's not about shaming platonic love or aromantic love or asexual love, whatever. It's about don't tell me that you're gonna do the thing and then don't do it. That's like, hey, Danny, let's go on a date. I'm gonna wife your ass at the movies.
Do it.
And then she goes to the movies and I don't show up. That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks for Danny. You know,
I got stood up, especially by Sam. That's not cool.
just blue ball Danny. Can't do that. She got blue nuts now. That sucks. So, I don't know. I think the meme is funny. Like, oh my god, that's so lewd. You're holding your hand. I think that's funny. But it's just kind of like, God, dude, come on, just kiss her. Just kiss her. It's like that one scene in.
girl.
It's in that what?
Sha-la-la-la-la.
Nick would be Sebastian from Little Mermaid. No, like, it's like that one scene in She's the
I'm
Man.
about his same height too.
No, you're not. It'd be like that one scene from She's the Man where, she's pretending to be her brother, right? So he's like, I don't know, I like your sister, and that she's actually sitting right there, and she's like, well, what does your heart tell you? And he's like, dude, what? And she's like, I mean, which one would you rather see naked? Anyway, dude, shout out to Amanda Bynes. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the one trope I don't like. Waifu and husbando, Danny.
Waifu is Eve from Birdie Wing, and husbando is Yuichi Katagiri from Tomodachi Game.
You didn't even watch Birdie Wing, Danny.
So?
Fuck. Yeah,
Why?
you're right.
Why do?
Yeah, no, you're right.
What the hell? Like, just because I didn't watch it doesn't mean she can't be waifu. What? To
Everyone
I didn't
yell at
watch
Danny.
it either because Sam didn't remind me to watch it.
I didn't remind
Even
myself.
though it's my Discord name.
I didn't remind myself, Nick. How would I remind you? Dude, okay.
Wait, are we all trying to watch Birdie Wing now?
We each fumbled the bag. No, I actually was going to drop it. I actually legit wasn't going to.
I didn't even watch it, so.
Dude, I have to watch it. It's been my Discord name for the whole season. Nikki Wing.
Fake fan.
Nikki Wing.
Yes. I gotta release a solo cast for that. My first solo cast in a year. More than a year, actually.
More than a year, dude. Yeah, no, I I fumbled the bag. I think we each fumbled the bag. We each had a show this season that we were like, fuck, I forgot. So I apologize for that, and I will do better. I have been doing better by trying to listen to Nick's advice. Like, dude, that's like 3 episodes a week. That's like 4 episodes a week. And then halfway through, I just forgot about it.
Just do one a day, 1 episode a day. You're good.
Yeah. And
that's 7 shows a season, no problem.
Right. And I was doing
It's kind of hard to keep up like that, though. But
I was doing that for like 4 or 5 weeks, and I fucking fumbled the bag halfway through. Anyway,
it's easier to binge a lot of these.
Yeah. Some of these were like, okay, I got to binge this, but like, you know, but we're just gonna go down the Mal list in accordance to like what we were watching, you know, and then, yeah, dude. So let's start with arguably the best show. What a lot of people would agree is the best show this season.
I don't know. Okay.
These top 3 actually, they're probably all up there.
I don't know. One of let's just say this: one of the shows is number 1 on Mal right now.
Oh, is it really? Shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, Spy Family. This is the one about the spy Lloyd Forger and how he has to infiltrate a private school by getting a family. So he has to have an undercover wife and an undercover daughter that he adopts, or kid rather, and it just happens to be Anya, so his daughter. And it's like it's one of those like political noir spy type stories, right? So he has to like, get in there to talk to an official or noble, or get close to a noble or official between 2 warring fictional European countries. So based on the Mango Chutney by Tatsuya Endo, and which is ongoing right now in Shonen Jump Plus. And I think this one is really good. I really think, and here's the thing too. And before I pop off too much, I gotta stop myself, because again, I filibuster and talk too much. But really, this collaborative effort by Wit Studio and Cloverworks, and yeah, thank you. And you have some animators in here also who have done a lot of things at Colorido. I think a few things at Colorido, and it was really awesome. And now we are being birthed with a new studio from people from Wit Studio and Cloverworks are forming a new studio, and I've already fucking forgot the name of it. But
it's like 4 letters.
Yeah. I reported it on the newscast, and I already forgot the fucking name. But it's really cool, and the animation in this was consistent for the most part. And also, it's just a really fun story, and like Anya is she's the best. She's a fucking meme at this point. She's cute. She's exactly
she's like Kana, except she's a real human.
Yeah, she's because obviously Kana is like a little too smart for her,
Yeah, she's a dragon too.
She's a dragon, yeah. And then where Anya is like an actual like little girl, and it's really funny. It's like the episode where she wants to like, it's her birthday, right? And she like wants to like do like her like a reenactment of like her favorite show, which is Bond Man, which is like a action spy show.
Oh, yep.
So they rent out a whole castle and turn it into like a big thing for her, and he uses his resources as a spy to make it happen. Yeah, Lloyd does. And they're like, God, why is this so expensive? And it's like, it's all for the mission. Like, he keeps like charging like the company like for it, and so it's so funny, dude. But yeah,
it's the good part about this show is like the juxtaposition between like the serious like nature of all of their missions, but then also the comedy that like everything turns into kind of comedy.
Oh yeah, that's right there. Yes.
Because like Lloyd's the spy, yours the assassin, and Anya is the psychic, and like they're all hiding it from each other pretty much.
Yeah.
And like they all have to do serious things, but it just turns out so funny, and that's the best part of it. If this show had no comedy, it would be like a 5 out of 10. Like it wouldn't be that good. but the fact that it's funny is like the whole point. That's the whole reason to watch it.
Yeah, like there's like that one interrogating scene with Yor's brother, he's like a detective.
Oh yeah, he's a yandere. He's a siscon yandere.
Yeah, he fucking is just going ham on this dude in the interrogation room and slamming his head in the table and shit. And it's like super dark and serious. And then the next scene is him at their apartment and being all dramatic and hilarious and kind of slapsticky a little bit. It's really funny. It's good. And I agree with Nick's assessment there. I think it would not be as good if it was just all serious, because then it's just another spy story, But here there's misunderstandings and quirks about each of the three main characters where it's like, oh shit, But yeah, Danny, what about you? Obviously, you really enjoy. Danny, you were reading it in Manga Club because you guys ran into Manga Club, right?
So when Manga Club was reading Spy Family, I wasn't a part of it.
Oh, we said this already. Yep,
yeah,
you're right. Sorry. Yep.
I actually started reading it while watching it because we did a group watch for it.
That's right.
So, but before I give my opinion, I found the anime studio company that you were talking about that you forgot the name of it. And it's called Joeen.
Oh, that's right.
Joen.
Yep.
And it's
the new JoJo.
It's the new JoJo.
It's Aniplex, Cloverworks, and Wit Studio.
Yeah.
They're creating a new anime company.
Yeah.
So, I really liked Spy Family. Especially, I think my favorite episode has to be episode 5 with the castle.
Anya's birthday.
Yeah. No, it wasn't her birthday. It was the celebration of her getting into the academy.
That's what it was. And
So,
then Yor gets drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Yor gets drunk and fucking literally
She almost beats
literally
Lloyd.
almost
Yeah, she's
beats
fine.
the shit out of Lloyd and stuff. So yeah, I really honestly had a lot of fun with this show. I think every time something quirky or silly happened, I was just grinning from ear to ear. The animation overall is fantastic. I think out of everything, my most favorite thing that came out of this show is the music. I have a thing when it comes to like jazz orchestrated music. I love it. It soothes me. Yeah. I'm really excited to see the second part. And I was actually really also intrigued on how they elaborated some of the episodes compared to the manga. Like the castle theme episode, they definitely elaborated that scene a little bit more than they did in the manga. And the manga was like maybe 5 pages long, and it's also the same thing with the dodgeball episode. So
Oh god, the dodgeball one was funny.
the dodgeball one
that
was
earlier on.
great.
They had a kid who was like, he looked like he was an adult.
yeah. So
Yeah, that was good.
that whole scene in the manga, it's a pretty short chapter in the manga, so I was really happy that they kind of elaborated and gave it a little bit more creativity, especially with the kids, trying so hard to throw the ball and stuff and making it look like that they were doing a power up like in Dragon Ball and stuff. So
yeah,
that was great.
I like the dodgeball episode and the any episode with Henry Henderson, the school. What is he's not the principal, but he's like one of the higher ups in the school.
Elegance.
Yeah, it's the elegance guy. He's
So elegant.
He's always looking for elegance, and
Yeah.
I like him. I like his character the most, so it's funny.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, great show. Everybody
Great
watch
show.
Spy Family.
Everybody watch that one.
This is like a general audience's show. Like pretty much anybody can enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's definitely up there.
This is I would put this in like a starter pack of anime for anybody.
Oh
yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I would totally like if I wanted to recommend someone
this is
to
one of the
start
new
out,
staples, I
yeah,
think.
to start like if someone is starting out into anime and they're interested and they don't know where to start, this is where to start.
Yep. We gotta move
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Enough nut hugging, Spy Family.
yep.
Here we go. The real number one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we doing sequels right now? We are, right?
We're just going in order.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Kaguya-sama, Ultra Romantic.
This is 9.15 on Mel. It's the number one rated show on Mel.
I have a question.
That's so weird for that a shitty show would get number one. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Why aren't you watching this?
Because I'm watching better stuff. Like,
Listen.
Sam's watching fucking Tomodachi Game.
I'm watching better stuff
don't
like Data Life 4 and
Data Life 4, dude.
God.
and Dawn of the Witch.
No,
Oh yeah, I forgot I watched that too.
Forget that. This show.
And
I'm just glad
you
it
know,
fucking beat
Birdie Wing.
full metal for the number one spot.
Yeah. Give it time, Danny. It'll get brigaded.
Nah.
That all just never
Get
going
out of
down.
here.
I'll make sure of that.
Yeah, so you guys are big fucking Kaguya-sama fans, right? So
Yeah.
Hell yeah. This
Yeah.
is going on my decade list for this decade, period, no matter what.
This is great. I think I had a lot more fun in this season than I did in any other of the seasons.
Yeah, the show keeps getting better. Every season is
Yeah.
better than the last.
And at first I thought my favorite was going to be Kaguya. But honestly, Chika hands down is starting to become my favorite because she's literally just getting tired of
Oh yeah, whenever she interacts with the president.
Yeah, like
She, like,
with
panics.
Shirogane, and it's all like,
Oh,
dude,
man.
like you need to stop. Like you're just bad at everything. You just admit
And then
it.
and also her interactions with Ishigami.
Oh yeah, they're
There's
great.
like one scene where he's like she's describing what she likes in a guy or something, and it turns out to be Ishigami, and she's like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
I think like all the girls secretly are in love with Ishigami, but nobody wants to say.
you know, honestly, I mean, I kind of have a soft spot for Ishigami as well.
Yeah, he's funny.
Especially in this season, he definitely had a lot of moments where he shined. Especially in the last few episodes during, I think it was like the cultural festival. When he was,
they had a whole little arc.
Yeah, that whole scene. I think the cultural festival as a whole was like chef's kiss, like top of the like icing on the cake.
Yeah. Oh, we should briefly say what Kaguya-sama Love is War is all about. It's pretty much just you got the two main characters, Kaguya and the president.
Shirogane.
Shirogane. It sounds like you're talking like beef stroganoff when you say that. You're like, it's pasta Shirogane.
Or Miyuki.
Yeah, Miyuki, Shirogane, and Kaguya Shinomiya. And yeah, they're in love with each other, but neither of them wants to admit it. They want the other one to confess first. And so it's 3 seasons of that. But then you have every other character. You got Chika, and they're all in student council. There's a bunch of them. So Chika's in there, Ishigami's in there, Ino's in there, and then you have other characters who are outside of it, like Kaguya's maid, which is Hayasaka. Yeah, she's the hottest chick, by the way, in the whole show. Okay, hands down. And then we have Maki. We got a whole bunch of other characters. So
yeah.
And it's pretty much just like a bunch of different romances. It's kind of like what is it, Surizuri Children, but it's like a longer form version of that.
Yeah, it has like a bunch of stories within one episode. I think there's like 3
there's
stories
A-plot,
in one
B-plot.
episode.
Yep.
So
Somebody recommended ReZero if you like the show.
God.
I guess that makes there's a lot of internal monologues. Like every character has internal monologues, which actually makes it better. I like anytime you have internal monologues, I think it makes it better because like you can relate to the characters, but you have to do it the right way. Otherwise, they just feel like a blank slate sometimes. But okay, this is season 3. They're ending their second year of school, right? Out of 3, they're juniors in high school, I think.
Yes.
And most of this last season is the culture festival. They're preparing for it, and they're doing that at least the last half of the season. It's just a whole bunch of like a series of funny scenes and sketches, but that all like interconnects into a bigger story, a bigger narrative, kind of. But it's like a romance at the end of the day. It's a rom-com.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of the best anime rom-coms. I think I said that before, but
I will
every time
say,
I think about it, it gets better.
Yeah, I will say, I will have to admit the beginning of season 3 was a little bit slow for me. So, it kind of started really low, but then as I continued watching it, it started getting high for me. Especially closer to the end of the episodes.
Yeah, it had a really great finale.
Oh yeah, like
what happened in the beginning of this season? I totally forgot.
I know one of the bits was the arm wrestling.
I think I enjoyed it. I pretty much enjoyed all the episodes.
I wish I could remember some of the ones that I didn't really care for.
Anyway, yeah. It's a great show.
There were some parts of it that I was just like, this is a little boring. I
wrote down notes. Oh, there was a rap. Didn't they have to
there
listen
was a
to,
rap. I mean, I didn't really.
The president rap.
Yeah, I didn't really care about that one. Although
like torture.
That particular episode, I can't remember which episode that was, but the ED
was like 5 or 6.
Was animated differently. They had like a little dance routine kind of thing going on. Where they were like,
I love when they do that. With anime does that with EDs. Like Komi-san had an episode where they changed the ED.
Yeah.
It's always good.
Yeah, it's good. I'm very glad and grateful that Nick, you kind of forced me to watch this.
Yeah, because Zella he wouldn't shut up about it.
Yeah. So. And everyone kept telling me that I would like it, and everyone was right. I was wrong. Everyone was right. Yes, I admit it. Okay, moving on.
And by the way, the subs are way better than the dubs for this show. I think we mentioned that in the earlier reviews.
I mean, I will. Okay, I'll defend the dub. It's
Danny the dub.
It's
defending
decent.
the dub.
It's decent. I definitely really liked it.
No way.
I liked it.
The subs are so much better. Like Ishigami's voice is better. Chica's voice is better. Like it's not even close.
Listen,
I usually go for dubs too. I'd rather watch a dub.
Listen,
This is just great.
If you enjoy dub, this definitely has a decent dub. I will say this last season, what's his name? Hang on. Sorry. English.
Just describe him.
Aaron Dembski. He voiced the president for the first 2 seasons, but in this last one, Clifford Chapin.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that was part of it.
Yeah, I did mention that during our first impressions. So, but I would say Chapman, he definitely did a good job portraying Shirogane. So I didn't really see a difference within the 2 voice actors. So you're still getting a decent show if you go with dub.
This is another show that I would put as a starter pack.
I don't think dub or sub really matters in this case because the show sucks.
Fuck you, Sam. Why don't you watch it and find out if it actually does suck?
Because I'm trying to watch like better shows like Metabots and Beyblades and shit like that.
Well, I don't see you.
And Yu-Gi-Oh.
I don't. Yeah, you're watching Yu-Gi-Oh. All right. Meanwhile, you're doodling over here.
No.
Yeah, you are. Don't lie.
All right, next show, bitch. That's beside the point.
All right, we got to move it along. Kage-sama, great show. Everyone watch it.
Yeah.
Shield Hero Season 2. Okay, I actually did not finish this. I need 3 more episodes still.
I did not finish this either. Because James.
I mean, why would you want to
finish
it? Why would you want to finish a
James
Kage
will be
show?
mad at me if I finished it. So.
Yeah, it's a curse, man, of being in a ship. You gotta wait for the other...
Sam didn't watch it, right?
No, I don't watch Kaka.
All right.
I will say
we will talk about the show at a later date.
And I will say people on our Discord said that the second season was a little bit of a Snoresville, and it's a kind of arc season where you kind of just have to pull through it because the next arc is just going to be way better. So let's just hope that that's the case with this.
Did anybody watch Kawaii Daki Janai Shikamori-san?
I did. It was okay.
All right, that's all you.
Yeah, give us a little kind of quick rundown of what you
think. Quickly, what is it in 5 seconds, and then why did you like it? Or not like it?
Izumi is a high school boy, and he's pretty much very unlucky. Like, he needs to live in a bubble. Like, every single thing that
the unlucky kid. I remember this.
That can happen will happen.
All his luck went into getting that girlfriend.
Literally, all his luck is Shikimori. That's it. And pretty much it's just so Izumi, he's kind of the damsel in distress, and Shikimori is the knight in shining armor. So, and it's pretty generic. It's nothing extravagant happens like compared to Kaguya-sama. It's
we gotta mention Kaguya-sama's animation is insane.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
They did so good. Like, when they wanted to, they ramped up that animation.
Oh yeah. With Shikimori actually had some decent animation. I mean, the character design for Shikimori alone is fantastic, especially when when her cool side shows and like her eyes, like she just looks very princely. And even Izumi, there are times when Shikimori turns into that cool person, Izumi goes, "Oh my gosh, who's that cute boy over there?" And like one of his friends is all like, "That's your girlfriend, dude."
She's got the tomboy Utena vibes almost.
A little, yeah.
Except she's not getting mind fucked every 5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely nothing compared to Utena, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're totally different shows. Just like the fact that she's masculine.
Yeah, yeah. She definitely, I mean, she can be feminine, but she also has that masculinity within her and stuff. But yeah.
She's an alpha female.
This show is definitely a pretty generic show. I don't really think a lot really happens. Although I will say one of the episodes that I definitely kind of remember and I really enjoyed was they did like a sports festival kind of thing. And the 4 friends that are kind of centered around this show, all of them were in the mixed relay race. So, and they kind of had who was it? It was Hachimitsu. She's kind of like the deadpan blonde chick, and she's kind of one of the slowest runners in the group. And so she kind of had like a little moment where she was like all her friends, like she noticed that all her friends were like, yeah, let's just try our best. Even though, you know, we know Izumi might like fuck this up in the end because of his bad luck and everything. But like, you know, let's try and win this. And she actually really tried really hard to support her friends and everything like that with that moment and everything. Also frickin' Izumi's dad, like best dad ever, because there was a fireworks festival going on, and Izumi wanted to show Shikimori this little secret spot that his dad recommended he take her to, and when they went, they managed to find the spot, but at the end of the fireworks show, Izumi's parents ended up going to the same location, and something happened with Shikimori. One of Shikimori's sandals got broken, and her feet kind of got like blisters from the sandals that she was wearing. And Izumi's dad literally carried both her and Izumi at the same time and walking down the steps. And Izumi was all like, Dad, are you sure you can carry both of us? Because I can walk. And Izumi's mom was like, he's fine. Don't worry about it. It was really funny.
It's like the listless show.
Tanaka-kun's always listless.
Tanaka-kun's always just getting carried around everywhere.
Yeah. It's cute. Yeah. Like I said, nothing. It's a very generic show. Nothing compared to like Kaguya-sama or anything like that. But I would say it's definitely worth checking out for sure.
Yeah, if you like this genre.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah. Komi-san wa Komio Shoudesu, second season. This is on Buttflix. Buttflix jail.
Sam doesn't like anything.
God, fucking Buttflix. No, dude, I love Komi-san. Okay,
Sam, if you love Komi-san, you'll love Kaguya even more. Kaguya's better.
Whoa.
No, I doubt it.
Shots fired at all Komi-san fans.
Damn.
You know what's right.
No, I doubt it, dude.
Not saying no, Komi-san's good, but Kaguya's better.
Nah, Komi-san's way gooder, dude. This one is about Shoko Komi, who has severe social anxiety, and she wants to make friends and be friends with everybody at school. She just can't do it like a normal or average person would be able to.
She should start a podcast.
I shouldn't say normal, but the average person, she can't make friends like the average person because she can't communicate because she's anxious. She gets too anxious talking to people. So she befriends Tadano, who like seems to understand her and communicates with her, via writing on a chalkboard, and she realizes, if he's okay with me communicating with him this way, then that's how I'll do it. And she carries her little notebook and communicates with people that way. And they try and make 100 friends for Komi. And so this is just the continuation of her trying to make more friends. So now they've decided at the beginning of the second season, Komi, have all your friends write down their name in this book, and that way that's how we're going to know how we do it. So like the first episode, the first couple of parts of it is her spending time going around having the people who is already friends with her from season 1 write their names in the book, and then we get introduced to some new characters and little stories here and there, and it's just as fun. The animation is still very nice, very, very solid, consistent throughout the show, very funny. If you enjoyed season 1, I can't imagine why you wouldn't enjoy, season 2. I mean, it's the same thing, except they've added more characters to keep it fresh. Now they've added another character who is also anxious, and he's like this big, huge, brutish guy, which I think Nick described really well in our first impressions. But like he comes off like everyone's kind of afraid of him, right? Like, oh my God, he's giving this terrified look when really he's like, crap, I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? But he's like this really big, buff, delinquent looking guy. And so there's another obstacle or edge to it to keep it interesting. So yeah, otherwise there's not much for me to say about it other than what I've already said. But if there's any thoughts that you guys want to add, let's hear it.
Well, I really enjoyed this show. I know I said Kaguya's better, but I still really enjoyed Komi-san.
Yeah.
I know it's just kind of like an aimless rom-com show, which most of them are. I mean, there's not really a huge big picture other than her like getting better at communicating. Actually, also her classmates too. There's a lot of them who are super awkward
in their own ways. Yeah, like it covers a lot of their stuff too. A new one who shows
up is the narcissist coon, who's always looking at himself in the mirror and stuff.
Yeah,
I found him really funny because he eventually makes friends with the delinquent guy.
Yeah,
and he's like, "I love your body.
Yeah,
get naked."
Yeah, they're brosexuals, dude.
Then like all the guys just start getting half naked and flexing. Dude, if you're a guy, you've done that. Come on. Every group of guys has done that. Don't lie. Take off your shirts. Let me see them pipes. Okay?
Let's see them pythons.
So yeah, that was cool. It's just cool to see like everybody takes it to the next level. They all want to help Komi, helps because she's like super hot,
Mm-hmm.
If she was, the funny thing is like if she was like very homely and like unnoticeable, then
Yeah.
I'm wondering if anybody would have even tried to help, because that's just human nature. So I don't know.
Right, yeah. That's part of like the quirk about it, is that she's like this really gorgeous.
It's like it's
Yeah.
marketing though too. It's because it's like it's so hard to sell characters who are like really plain and like ugly. People tune into media to see like hyper realism. Like I don't want to necessarily watch like some schlub. You know what I mean? Like I want to because I imagine myself in the beautiful person's shoes. Okay, that's what I want. Okay.
What the hell, dude? That's why shows like Everybody Loves Raymond sucks. Like the dude's ugly. Anyway,
That's what I'm saying, dude. No, there's a lot of shows with schlubby characters. I'm exaggerating. But
niggas joking. But yeah, no, I get it, and I think what's ironic about it is, yeah, like the whole thing is about Comey trying to overcome her shit, right? But because of that, everybody else around her who has their own quirky things are also like, getting over their own awkwardness and anxieties because they're trying to be better friends to her. And it's really funny, and also we got to hear her brother talk for the first time.
Yes.
And that was, Shosuke. So funny, dude. And my favorite part was probably the part where they played Hanafuda with the grandma.
Huh.
Her and her cousin play with the Hanafuda with the grandma.
Oh, that was early on, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, it was like in the middle, a little. Yeah, beyond. It was like it was like in the middle somewhere. But like her cousin, her little cousin's also awkward, and she doesn't get to talking until you start talking to her. And she loses to her grandma, and she takes away like New Year's money, gift money, for every loss she takes or something. And then Comey's like, "Oh, you want to play, Comey? Now you know how to play. You can avenge. You can, if you win, if you get even 1 point in Koi Koi, I'll give her all her money back." And then she's all dramatic, like she's like, "Comey, avenge me, please, cousin Comey." And what I like about that is like, even though I know how to play Koi Koi, the way they told that part was not super. It doesn't make it confusing. Like you still understand it and what the nature of getting points and stuff is, and playing, saying Koi Koi when you get a a hand or whatever. So, but yeah, I thought that part was funny, and I like the school trip. The school trip was really cute because
Yeah, that was good.
School
That was good.
trip,
Yeah.
is my favorite out of the entire series.
because she goes with two other girls that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
And-
I really liked that dynamic between I think her name was Koto and Sasaki. Because when they were leading up to the school field trip, Comey kind of admitted that she ended up not going to her middle school field trip because she was afraid, because they kind of lugged her in with another group and they didn't seem to like want her there, so she ended up not going. So she was a little afraid on that might happen in high school. So, but the teacher, who was smart, they did a lottery, like pick a number and that's your group. So that was actually really smart, and I really liked that a lot, because then you get to see Comey by herself and interact with like people that isn't Tadano or Yamai or Najimi and stuff like that. You get to see her on her own with like these other side characters that are quirky in their own, and you see Comey kind of do critical thinking for herself to try and help with the situation and everything. So I really liked that a lot.
Yeah. And then in turn they served as a push Tadano closer to Comey.
Yeah.
They kind of tried to, and also one of the other girls close to the delinquent guy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she likes him,
that whole thing. So I will say, for me, again, Comey was a little bit lackluster in the beginning, but it started to elevate really quickly closer to the end.
Yeah. What I liked about the field trip, the school trip, was one of the episodes, I forget which one, they had the ending credits as like all of their pictures that they took.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
That was like
That was
super
great.
sweet.
Yeah.
And that reminds me, I gotta take more pictures, like in general when I do stuff. I always forget to take pictures. Like it's sad.
Right.
There's a fine line between too many pictures and zero. You know.
Right.
You know, take like one or two and you're good, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, Komi-san, really good. If you like the first season, you'll definitely like this one, and they add more to it to keep you, you know.
It's funny because like a lot of the characters are finally figuring out that she likes Tadano.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like, she obviously likes it. Even the bus driver lady's like, just get married already.
Oh, the tour guide. Yeah. That was so cute when I forget her name. The girl with the yo-yo. I can't remember if her.
I don't know the name.
If
That's
her
fine.
name
That's
was
fine.
Sasaki.
Don't worry about it.
But anyway, she was just like a little instigator because she asked Komi like, "Oh, do you have a crush?" And Komi was all like, yeah." And they're like, "Who is it? Who is it? At least tell me the initial." And she wrote H, and we're just like, "Oh, we know who it is." It was just so cute. I loved it.
Yeah.
It's the homeroom teacher.
Oh man, yeah, you can watch that on Buttflix, right? I had on.
Yeah, I don't know. Is the second season fully out on Netflix right now?
The last one came out yesterday. Yep.
Oh, okay, good.
Or
Okay.
well, when you listen to this, it'll be 2 days ago.
Netflix
but
is like changing their model, so they're like releasing it in batches, I guess,
and weekly, yeah, some
which
shows
is
are
like
doing
slightly
weekly.
better than before. So
Yeah, it's also why I didn't finish Tiger and Bunny 2 because Tiger and Bunny 2 Part 2 is coming out later. So
yeah.
But
Oh,
All right, we gotta
you're
get
missing
moving.
out,
I had
Sam,
more
because
shows.
Tiger and Bunny just got heated.
I know I'm about to puke
So
game.
good.
I had on San wa Hakerenai. This one I did not finish, but I watched a few more after our first impressions. This is Aheran is Indecipherable. This one is kind of like Komi-san.
I dropped this one.
Yeah, this girl wants to make friends, right? She's this little short girl, and she wants to make friends, but she doesn't understand boundaries very well. And the classmate that she sits next to, Matsuboshi Raido, he doesn't get put off by like, her trying to like be friends with him in her awkward, way. So it kind of works out, and then they kind of help each other, and also again help the people around them come over their quirks and stuff. It's very similar to Komi-san in that way, except the difference is Komi-san has like actual severe anxiety, while Aheran-san has a little bit of anxiety, and because she doesn't know how to like, properly make friends with like a boundary, in place. But yeah, it's the comedy in it is definitely a little more slapsticky than Komi-san. But yeah, who finished this one?
I did.
Okay, what are you thinking? What are you thinking, Lincoln?
Yeah, I enjoyed this one too. It's another rom-com. We've done a lot of those so far. I'd rank the rom-coms, Kaguya-sama, then Komi, then this one.
Sure.
Of the ones that I watched, there's more
Sure.
from the season as well. But yeah, so this one, it's like a very tiny deadpan Komi, because Komi's like kind of not deadpan actually. She's just like super nervous. But this girl Aharon is like, she's like really funny. She makes a bunch of funny faces. They have this one actually kind of reminds me of Spy X Family too, because there's a character who's obsessed with like the word esteemed. It's like it's a teacher, and she's obsessed with this couple that like they're dynamic, and she's like, it's so esteemed, and she gets like bloody noses and stuff. So I found that funny. They did have like a couple scenes that actually made me like laugh out loud. There's like the basketball boom shakalaka scene. They had a Leo the Professional reference with that movie with Natalie Portman, like when she was a kid. They had a reference to that. I don't know if anyone caught that but me. But anyway, they had a Star Wars and Zelda reference. They did a bunch of references in this show. I just wrote down some notes for it. But yeah, like this is it's just like kind of a silly school show. It's nothing too serious. It's like way less serious than both the other two, which is probably why it doesn't have as much of a ceiling. It's just kind of goofy. And yeah, I mean it's less deep, but also has some pretty good comedy moments. and I would recommend it. If you're in it for more the comedy, then I would say that. If you would rather have more comedy than romance, I would do that. That's all I got. What do you guys think?
I dropped it
Sorry.
because there were too many deadpans in one show.
No, dude, she was cute. It was funny. Like they're both deadpan. Like the big tall guy and like I don't know, dude. It was really cute, and I kind of want to watch a couple more.
And she always beats him and everything, and that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like she beat him in the Pokemon battle. Like that was fucking funny.
God, dude. And the other characters I think are funny too. I think the other characters are funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, dog. I'm gonna watch a little bit more of this because I think it's cute. And again, it's not like the only thing that sets it apart really from the others are, I think the characters are different, and that's about it. But I think
it's more comedy focused.
Yeah, and it's still well animated too. I think the animation's really decent.
Yeah, Felix Film did the animation.
Yeah, very cool. I don't know the staff on it.
Actually, the genre is only comedy. It's not even romance or anything else.
yeah. Summertime
Yashike. All right.
Summertime Render we put on hold because it's going into summer.
Same for Tiger and Bunny. Same deal for that.
Tomodachi
Both good
Game.
shows.
No,
Both
Tiger and
watching.
Bunny isn't going into summer.
It's going to finish later, though.
It's going to finish later, but it's not going into summer yet. Tomodachi Game.
This caught me by surprise.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not good, but you want to
Yeah.
It makes you want to watch it.
It's kind of it's just kind of like shitty, but it's like a perverse like interest in it a little bit.
Yeah, so Yuichi Katagiri, he cherishes his circle of friends, right? It's him and 4 other people. They're just a group of best friends, and they get entered into this thing called the Tomodachi Game. And basically, they play these games to get out of debt. So it's like, okay, well, now you guys have this much debt. To get out of it, you got to work together and play these games, and I will take away your debt every time. And these games are built to test their friendship. And they basically go into they introduce the anime like, oh, we're best friends, we do anything for each other, doesn't matter, blah, 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 kakapoopy. And then these games start testing they shit. And it turns out the main character, Yuichi Katagiri, is actually kind of this devious dude who is like really into challenges, even if it means like somewhat sacrificing or hurting the people around him in a way, or hurting the other player. And so he's like this
Gets
really
his
clever.
rocks off.
Yeah, he's kind of like this really clever like fucking person. And one of the 5 sold them out to the Tomodachi Game. So one of the 5 friends stole money for a school trip to go pay to get in it. And they're trying to figure out who it is in the beginning. And so they have to play 3 games. And then we'll play more games later on after the 3rd one. So the first game is kind of like,
Kokoro's.
you agree if...
Yeah, it's like a yes or no kind of game.
Yeah. And then the second one is like, I forget the name of it, but it's like a board game where you walk across and you have to write.
Game.
Yeah, it's called the Badmouth Game, but like the game it's based on is a different kind of Japanese party game. And then the 3rd one is like a different twisted version of Team Hide and Seek. And so Yuichi Katagiri, it turns out that he's like, this is one of those tropes that some people might hate. It turns out that Yuichi Katagiri is like this crazy badass who's like really smart and thinks of how to win these high stakes games and things like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, you're into like it's kind of like a poopier version of Kakerugi.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's kind
It's
of
like Classroom of the Elite a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's why I kind of like this, because it's not as good as Kakaguri, because I love Kakaguri, ironically. But the stakes in it, and I don't know, it's like a suspenseful kind of thing too, where you kind of just don't know what's going to happen, but you're just intrigued on watching it and to find out what is really going on. And there's actually like a story behind the whole Tomodachi Game and why this group of 5 of friends is playing the game too. So, I mean, you find out things about Tenji on why he's in this game and everything like that. So it's, to me, it's pretty interesting. And I was talking to Sam about this after I finished it, and I'm almost intrigued to reading the manga because they haven't really announced a second season yet. So I kind of want to know what happens next because the ending kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger a little bit.
Right, they're supposed to be playing more games after that.
Yeah.
Because after the third game is over, and we don't want to spoil it because there's so many mysterious things that get revealed throughout the show that we don't want to spoil it too much.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna watch it, but like after the third game, everyone goes home, and then they're supposed to play more. So, but like the fourth one begins with the fourth. The ending begins with the fourth game.
Yeah. But also,
it's like credits.
At the end of the second game, whoever wins the second game, that person. So the third game, typically only a chosen few are able to advance.
Whoever finished the board on the last space, can go to the third game,
right?
And Yuichi was going to go by himself, but then Tenji ended up doing something that made him go with.
Right.
So
not
I won't
only,
say what.
Yeah. Not only that, but like the third game would be nearly impossible to play with just one person.
Right, which they don't fucking tell you. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, like it's like, oh fuck. So
like animation wise and story wise, it's not anything like super special.
It's super generic.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, but the characters and the thing that they're writing with these characters is what makes you kind of keep watching it. At least for me, that's what it was.
Yeah, that was for me too. I was just like, whoa, okay, this shit is just about to go down. Especially during the third game. I feel like the third game, like the hide and seek thing, was definitely like edge off of your seat. Like, what's gonna happen next? Like, what's Yuichi gonna do this time? Like,
it definitely is kind of, and I haven't seen Squid Game yet, but it's kind of like Squid Game except nobody dies.
Right.
But like, which I'm gonna watch. Soon.
Yeah, Squid Game's a little different because it's like just a survival. It's like Fall Guys kind of.
Yeah, and it's their own debt, isn't it? Like it's like,
and they're not necessarily on teams the whole time.
No,
they kind of are, but they kind of aren't.
Right. So yeah, Nick, did you watch this one or you did, right?
Yeah, you guys hit all the notes.
Okay.
I've been coughing, so
Nick's been dying, but he's fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah, this one, I got to admit, I kind of had it on in the background at one point, so I forgot a lot of details about it.
Sure.
And it was like the foot I finished. So yeah, you guys, you got it. I think this is one of the shows from the season that people are going to recommend.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a disaster porn. Like, it's just kind of fun to watch it. It's not like actually like high entertainment or whatever, but you know, if you like Death Note and Kakaguri and all that, it's like it's kind of like Kaiji a little bit too, where they got the
high stakes,
high stakes mindfuck shit happening, and like
Death Parade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Death Parade. Dude. Yeah, some of the games in Death Parade are like that. Yeah. I love Death Parade so much. God damn.
Yeah, Death Parade's
anyway,
better, but
yeah, Death Parade's way better. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Skeleton Knight in Another World. Who watched this one?
I did not.
Well, I will mention one thing that I didn't get to mention about this in our first impressions. The opening is done by Pelike. If you don't know who Pelike is, then you need to go on YouTube and search Pelike right now. It's Pelle, capital K, capital P. Okay. He is like this Finnish, like, YouTube musician, and he has a very high octave in his voice, so he's able to do like those really high power metal notes like Dragon Force and shit. And so he does like anime covers too. And he got so popular with the anime covers for so long. You know, I've been watching him for like the last like almost 5 or 6 years. And so the fact that he got to do an anime opening straight up is really sick. So his Japanese is pretty decent.
Shit.
It's not. Yeah.
Oh, I know this guy.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that because I'm such a big fan of Pelike, but I forgot to mention it because we didn't we didn't watch it too much during our first impressions. I watched a few more episodes. It does kind of get, like a regular isekai, like halfway through, it's whatever. A lot of people did enjoy it, though. But that being said, I just wanted to mention that. Pelican is really cool. So even if you don't watch Skeleton in Another World, definitely subscribe to Pelican on YouTube.
I mean,
I'm not...
Skeleton, it's a 7, so it's pretty decent.
Yeah, a lot of people liked it. Yeah.
It had kind of a bad start, not going to lie.
Yeah, Star Wars is like, okay.
Maybe it got better, but it
I
did not
remember
grab
I
me.
did want to start watching this, but I was watching too many other things that I didn't put this on.
The
my
other stuff
radar.
is better.
Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. You should subscribe.
Go watch
to
Overlord if you want to watch a guy in a skeleton suit.
Yeah, or Honda Skull Face bookseller, Honda-san. No one watched I'm Quitting Hearing, so moving on. No one watched Data Life 4. Parabi Kome.
Yes.
Your boy Cogman,
Yes.
let's go! Let's go!
Show is great.
This
I like
This is
I
another
had
good show.
So much fun with this show.
This is the one where Zhuge Kongming,
Literal
one of-
Kongming.
yeah, he has a reputation as one of the greatest tacticians of the Three Kingdoms period of 3rd century China. Having led his army and the royals he worked for through many victories during war, especially during the Battle of the Wuzhong Plains. So he gets reincarnated into present time and meets Eiko Tsukimi, an aspiring musician, an aspiring pop star, and he helps her after hearing one of her songs, and he decides, I'm going to use all my tactical knowledge and all my knowledge of getting through our kingdom's hardships to help you achieve your dream, because your music is fucking like the angels singing, dog.
It's lit, bro. That's what he says.
You're like a combination of Fergie and Jesus. I'm going to fucking help you out. So yeah, that's literally what the show is about. But I will say this too. I gushed about the animation during our first impressions, and the animation was pretty consistent throughout, so I enjoyed that very much. But I will say this, it was cool because they added more kind of other characters that Kongming also helped out while helping out Eiko.
Yeah.
And it
even
was
his
really
enemies,
cool.
he hurts his enemies, but he helps them at the end.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Because he kind of learned from his previous life.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know enough about Three Kingdoms. I know almost nothing about it, which we should all probably like brush up on that, to be honest.
I don't know that much about it either, except for what was told here and little things I've read here
They
and
did
there.
have a Portal Three Kingdoms Magic the Gathering set. Very rare. That's all I know, dude.
But yeah, it was really cool. Like they were talking, like, just for an example, I don't want to like re-summarize it, but like there's a character who's a rapper, and he kind of lost his way, in his dream, and Kome is telling, which is like the Japanese way of saying Kongming, is telling Eiko, like, hey man, we should get a rapper on this bitch, get a rapper up in here. And they get him, and the way they get him is Kome does a rap battle against him.
Yeah, he
and
battles
it's
him.
like,
It was a good battle too. It was like it was fucking
cool.
dope.
Yeah. Like, yo.
This is another subtitle show. I think you should watch it subbed.
Well, there is no dub for it, and I don't.
But I'm saying once they put out the dub, I don't think they can do better.
Chilling with my homies,
I will
Danny
say-
and Nick.
I will say
Watching anime all the way slick.
hearing rap in a foreign...
Hand me a lighter. Let me light that
I ate
bitch.
ketchup because it went to Arby's. That's how this
done.
fucking dub is gonna be, dude.
Okay, sorry, Danny. I was trying to lay down the bars. Okay, sorry.
Anyway, I will say...
Danny, wrap your analysis. Sam will lay down the
No,
bars.
I
You gotta
cannot.
Oh, yeah,
wrap
no,
it
sorry,
down.
yeah.
No.
Iambic pentameter, Danny. Let's go.
Not rapping. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen.
My name is Danny. I'm the leader of the bunch. You know me well. And I'm here to kick some tail. I forgot how that goes. Danny Kong.
Jeez. Anyway.
Oh, the Donkey Kong rap. Yeah, sorry, Danny. go ahead.
Anyway, I will say hearing rap in a foreign language is really weird.
It's easier to rap in some languages than it is in English. Like in Spanish, like everything fucking rhymes. I think in Japanese it might be easier too, to be honest. Like, if you speak Japanese, like, I don't, obviously, like, I can't fucking do it, but, like,
I don't know
'cause
enough
certain
Japanese
things-
to know, but
yeah, certain languages have more words that rhyme.
Yeah. I mean, it was still fun to watch. I'm just pointing out that to me it was a little weird to hear it in another language. So I'm
You know
not
what's even
saying
weirder,
I'm
hearing
not,
it at 2 times speed.
God, Nick.
again, I'm
I
not saying
am
that it was
speed.
bad.
Yeah, it was
within
just
the
there's a little
show.
culture shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny
The first
just doesn't
time-
like the ethnics.
The first, okay.
I fucking hate you.
Hot dude.
Hey Sam, can you
The
go over to Nick's house and like fucking beat the shit out of him for me?
No, I'm not gonna beat. I'll just pee on his car. Hang
I'm
on.
gonna rap. This is the Funimation rap. We went to Applebee's and then we had a big burger. Oh, that's how they're gonna dub it.
That's how they're gonna dump it. Yeah, no, like, yeah, it's the first time I heard rap in a different language was with Spanish because I grew up Hispanic, you know, and you know they were going over to the cookout and they're playing reggaeton shit, you know, fucking cholos.
I mean,
But-
that shit's good though.
yeah, Gasolina, it's classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, or chacaron, 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 chacariri-ron, chacaron, chacaron, chacariri-ron. Shout out to Sean Paul. Sean Paul's better than people. Change my mind. Okay, yeah. Anyways, your boy Kong Ming is very good. I think you should watch it. It's such a, you know what? It's just kind of a quirky,
It's
weird
wholesome.
show, and it's wholesome, and the music in it is cool. Like the music that they make for Eiko and the other characters are pretty sweet. You know, I like it. So
Not only that, the OP and ED slaps.
Oh, yep.
yeah, bon bon, a cheeky cheeky bon bon.
Because they stole that. It was like a Hungarian song, I think, that they took.
yeah, they
and
took
repurposed it.
Yeah, and then they remixed it, something like that. But like even just the animation, the dance that they do,
Yeah, it's really
in the
good.
beginning it's so good.
Yeah.
I love it. I just post that GIF all the time.
Yeah.
I think there's an emoji of it in one of the servers I'm in, so I'm gonna start using that more. I think it's in the AAA podcast
Oh, we
server.
should
Steal
we
it.
should steal it.
Yeah, the OP
Yeah,
already has 8.6 million views at the time of this recording. In 3 months. That's pretty good.
That's crazy. Yeah, dude. Okay, moving on. Trapped in a dating.
I gotta
Oh,
say
sorry.
my favorite part. This I actually do
sorry.
know about the Three Kingdoms. There's a stratagem that he used called borrowing 100,000 arrows,
Oh yeah, all right.
and this was fucking dope. I got like goosebumps from this shit because there is a contest in. We never mentioned this. Nanamine ends up being
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
whatever.
Don't say
She's a
it.
character. Let's just say she's a character. Okay, you got the main girl. What's her name?
Eiko.
Eiko. She makes friends with this other girl. And then turns out they got a battle. Okay? I'm not going to say what happens. But
Yeah, this part was cool, actually.
there's a part where Eiko and her crew, and Kong Ming, he develops a strategy, and he borrows 100,000 arrows. So they have to get to a certain amount of likes. They have to get 100,000 likes and on like social media. And so they kind of piggyback off of another group's like popularity. And they steal their likes in like an underhanded man. It's crazy. I don't want to say exactly how it happens, but it's so cool how they did that. My other favorite character that is in this part is one of the editors. He's also like his own musician, and Eiko calls him the pudding geezer.
Kid. Yeah.
Yeah, kid.
Pudding
Yeah,
geezer.
it's so
Funny,
funny.
dude.
It's so funny. And yeah, like there's a part where each character has to like grow as an artist.
Yeah.
Later in the show, and it's just really cool. Yeah, and I would say Eiko and Nanamine's relationship is really heartwarming. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, it's just like
No, it really is. Yeah, they just become like best friends.
it's just
because
good.
they're
Yeah.
working so closely together to try and do this thing. And Eiko's like, I don't know what your game is, but hell yeah, let's fucking do it. And then over time, they just become really close, and it's super dope.
Yeah, and Kong Ming just like kind of orchestrates it all, and it's fucking awesome. So yeah, great show, great music. Everybody watch.
Yeah, dude. Trapped in a dating sim. This is garbage. Nobody watched that.
Did we watch anything else? Let's just. ask
Yeah,
that.
I watched Love After World Domination. One of the
Oh, I did
greatest
too.
shows
I
of the
did too.
season.
Yeah,
dude.
I watched that.
Let's just talk about that. Let's talk about that.
This is a romance. Now imagine, if you will, a Super Sentai show, but it turns out that the big bad of the villain group and the Red Ranger of the Sentai group start dating, and they have to keep it a secret. That's the plot. That's literally it. And so Fudo Aikawa, who's the red gelato ranger of the Gelato 5, he starts dating Desumi of the Gecko Secret Society, Evil Secret Society. And yeah, dude, and they have to keep their relationship a secret, and it's really quirky, and that's kind of like the catch of their relationship, and it's super funny. I think it's really funny. The characters around them are hilarious. You have fucking Bareface Cannon Johnson, and then you have fucking they don't go into the other Gelato Rangers too much, but like later they add like the pink Gelato Ranger, and she's really cute. She's really funny. She's one of like the only other like people who know about the relationship. There's a few others, but I won't say who. But it's really cool. I think it's really funny, to be honest with you, and it's definitely underrated. I mean, it's got a 7.5 on Mail, I guess, but like obviously it aired during like Kaguya-sama and Komi and all that, so
yeah, it definitely got overshadowed by the other.
I wonder how you get undershadowed.
That's like if I had to go to the bathroom and I slipped on my own pee because I didn't pee in the toilet. That's how you would get undershadowed. I think. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's really weird because like it's another one of those shows where they kind of introduce characters, like most shows they introduce new characters throughout the thing, and it turns out that their secret relationship that they're trying to keep secret, inadvertently helps these other people get over their own quirks and stuff. There's even a part where like one of the other villains in their villain group, because the division that Desumi is a part of is like they're called the Reaper Princess or Reaper Queen division, and I forget the name of it. But like, there's one girl, she's in love with the bear-faced guy. Culverin Bear.
Steel Princess.
Yeah. Steel Princess is in love with Culverin Bear. And, you're not supposed to date within the company. But, like, they still, like, make it happen because Desumi is like, oh, well, I'm dating the enemy, so why wouldn't I fucking help you?
Right.
Even if it's against company policy, fucking who cares? But yeah, it's good, dude. I really like this show a lot.
I liked it.
In the end,
I liked it too.
Yeah.
I feel like the one side character that I fairly enjoyed was Anna. She was kind of like the one who was bullying Desumi in school and stuff.
Oh yeah, Anna Hoja.
Yeah, but like even though she was bullying Desumi, she actually really likes Desumi. So that was like, that was cute. So that aspect is way better than what Yamai does in Komi, in my opinion.
You think that was handled better than?
Yes, yeah, it was definitely handled way better than what Komi has with Yamai. Especially when it came to like when Anna was blackmailing Red Ranger Fudo, and he went to go meet up with her, and she was all like, I can't remember what she did. Like, I think, she told him to, she was pretty much making him tell her to say that she liked her over Desumi, and she wanted him to break up with Desumi and stuff. And Fudo was like, well, I'm not going to do that. This isn't right for blackmailing somebody. I mean, I understand, like, I'm good looking kind of thing. And she's like, I don't like you asshole. I like Desumi. He's like, what? So.
Yeah, and he was like going to do everything but, just like protect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's really cute. I think it was a fun show. It kind of ends in, it has like a weird, like, ending big battle thing at the end, which is weird. But, like, it kind of makes sense because it was like you want all the characters to kind of like each other, in a weird way. But the art and animation is a little inconsistent. There were some cuts where like Desumi's face was just like smeared in just a weird way, and it just was like it just stayed that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the animation was pretty mid on the show.
Yeah. when they were doing some of the fight scenes, it was really nice because they would just animate the actual fight scenes and not just have like, you know, a still rushing thing with a moving background, you know. But yeah, there was a lot of producers who had their hands on it too. You know, Toei Video, Pony Canyon, Arma Bianca, Big Groove, Dream Shift, which I haven't heard of some of these, but it was Project Number 9. But anyway, I think it's a really good. I think you should watch it. Give it a peep, at least to give it the 3-episode rule. I think it's really funny. I like all the characters. So
yeah, and they get together right away. That's they
they're
kind
like
of flip flopped this romance.
Yeah, they're already dating, and it's like they do have like a part in the first or second episode where they show how they got together or how they started dating, but the rest of it's like they're already dating. That's like the whole point of it.
It's super cute.
So yeah. Did anyone watch the second part of Science Fell in Love? So I tried to prove it.
These last 3, I did not watch.
Okay.
I didn't even
There's
watch.
a few more I did though.
Okay.
I didn't watch
so,
Bookworm either.
I forgot to watch The Execution of Her Way of Life. So
there's a lot of shows this season.
There was a lot
Holy
that
shit,
dude. We got to it and I fucking just fucked up and forgot.
I finished 9.
The Dawn of the Witch I was enjoying, and then it got kind of boring, you know, like I was like, okay, like let's just get to the part where we get to see fucking Zero, you know, like come on. Anyway, Bookworm season 3, Nick.
Bookworm season 3, baby. Okay.
How did they handle this, and how did they handle the story?
I don't want to spoil it too bad because I mean it's season 3, so I'll just quickly. If you don't know what Ascendance of a Bookworm is, it's an isekai about a girl who dies and gets reincarnated as a little girl, but she still has her old memories or her old like way of thinking, and so she knows how to like use modern science and techniques to invent things basically, and so even as a little girl, she's just like inventing stuff, and basically her whole goal in life is to like create books like so she can read them. She loves reading books. And she's a bookworm. There you go. So, her obstacles are like she has this thing called the Devouring, which like eats away at her because she has too much mana, and she has to channel that mana into like special stones and stuff like that, and just use it basically. And she basically has to do all these things. Like she has to become acquainted with like merchants and the royalty and the church just to stay alive, because otherwise, like as a commoner, she can't actually live. So she has to like barely like cling to these different things to help her, from just dying in that world too. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of like Spice and Wolf. It's kind of like I'd say Spice and Wolf is the best comparison. Although there's less romance in this one compared to Spice and Wolf. So, but it's just kind of like an economics, like intelligence kind of show. But it does have some like little bittersweet, sad moments. So Mine is the main character. Her name is Mine, and she makes a bunch of friends. She has Ferdinand, Benno, Lutz, Thule, her sister, her dad, her family. Sylvester is one of the royals, and Sylvester is kind of one of the main royals from this season, and he offers to make her part of his family and be adopted by him. But if she does that, then she'll have to leave her own family behind, her biological family. So it's a really tough decision, but she eventually has to make a choice at the end of the season, and it's like super endearing how they handle that. And it's just it's like a really solid, good show. You have to start from season 1. It's just kind of like this girl just like struggling just to survive, but it's kind of funny too. It's a little silly too, but it's also serious. So I think everybody should watch it. If you like isekais, if you like the sad type shows, that's not too sad, but a little sad. It's got a little bit of Mushoku Tensei, a little bit of Mahotsuki no Yome, Ancient Magus Bride, a little bit of like all of those. Danny, you would like this one too.
I mean,
Snow
I
White
watched
with
the
the red
first.
hair?
I watched the first season, but it just got boring for me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there's a lot of like technical stuff to it sometimes, or they get kind of bogged down in like, oh, here's how you make this formula or whatever. So I didn't get really bothered by that, but it's just cool to see her like survive. That's pretty much it. So that's it. Bookworm. Everybody watch it. Great isekai. One of my favorites.
Okay. Hell yeah. Right. Danny, did you watch Aoashi or no?
I am watching it, but it's going into summer, so I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
we'll finish that when it
quite
finishes.
caught up. But what
Okay.
I only watched 6 episodes, and what I'm watching right now, it's actually pretty good. So
Okay.
I'm enjoying it, of course.
Daimon Recipe for Happiness. I did not watch.
I put this on hold. It's a little
yeah.
mediocre, like.
That's a 7.6 on Mel. That's pretty high.
Dance here. I really wanted to watch, and I didn't get around to
It
it.
is so
'Cause at first-
good.
That's a
first
girl
I was-
show.
At first, I was hating, and then I was like, "Oh my god, wait, this looks fucking amazing."
Yeah,
I wanna
what's
watch
wrong
this.
with you, Sam?
Oh, this is on Disney Plus, dude. Shit.
Well,
Dude, my
it
anime
might-
list added a new thing where they tell you where
It's
it's
on
streaming.
Crunchy as well.
Well, it might not be on U.S. Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think that's Japanese D+. It's on
Okay,
Crunchyroll.
if you use NordVPN, you can find it then.
yeah,
It is on Crunchyroll.
Sponsored.
So did you watch this one, Dan? or-
Absolutely. Dancing?
Okay.
You know I watched it.
Yeah. I was just. Did you finish it?
Oh,
Primitive.
no, Sam, I did not finish it.
Okay, well then move
Of
on.
course I finished it, you ass.
Okay, well then hurry up.
Yeah, Danny. Tell us why it's good, but do it in a faster way than I did.
Okay, so the story centers around Junpei, who has a love affair with ballet. He doesn't want to admit that he likes ballet, but he actually really does. He gets anytime he watches a dancer dance, like this really spectacular moment in the choreography, he kind of gets like this like butterfly sparkly kind of moment where he's just like excited and he wants to dance and stuff. So, and his rival, he meets Miyako, which her mom owns a dance studio, and he kind of goes to that dance studio, and then he meets Luo, who is Miyako's cousin, and Luo, he's very good. Like, he's kind of like a prodigy of ballet. So, but he also has a very sad past that involves with his grandmother, and his mother kind of had like a scandal and stuff. So he's kind of troubled. He has a lot of mental health issues that he kind of needs to work through. So. But throughout the show, it really just centers around Junpei and Luo, because they went to this competition, and Miyako's mom kind of made it was like a bet between Miyako's mom and Luo if he is able to win the MVP dancer of this competition. He'll be able to go overseas and go to like one of the top dancing schools overseas. That didn't end up happening. One of the judges that was at this competition recital did not think that the choreography that Junpei and Luo and like the group that Chizuru's studio danced, because they did a rendition of Swan Lake, or at least one of the numbers from Swan Lake, and they kind of did some improv a little bit, even though it was one of the best numbers of the entire show. This one judge said that's not what true Japanese ballet is. Like, you might want to look into another genre of dance. So Junpei kind of got pissed at that and was all like, hey, Luo, let's go to this school where they're having like summer classes, and just so that we get the recognition from this judge. So, and it really goes into a lot about mental health and trauma and abuse and everything. It's really good. I mean,
you had me at abuse.
I'm going to be biased because I am a dancer, and this is something that's really up my alley. It's really nothing like Welcome to the Ballroom.
What about their necks? Do they have neck with 2 C's?
I mean, it's nothing like Welcome to the Ballroom. Welcome to the Ballroom has like 3 necks. So,
Okay.
I mean, I like how the characters look. That's kind of how quote unquote dancers are supposed to look like. They're supposed to look very thin and very frail. So,
They're live.
so it didn't really bother me how the characters looked and everything. So, I mean, I loved it. There was some controversy in Discord. Mike mentioned a spoiler that happens in the manga, and it kind of turned him off from the show. I looked at the spoiler, and personally, it didn't really affect me too much. So, I still loved the show and all the events that happened within the show, and everyone, Mike included. Please give it a chance. I really enjoyed it. The animation is phenomenal. Studio Mappa always does a great job. So, and both OP and ED phenomenal. Very, very creative with the OP and ED. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Demon Girl Next Door season 2. I guess. I mean,
I'm watching it, but I didn't.
That was in
finish
our
it.
SmackDown. She was in the Magical Girl SmackDown.
she was.
Yeah.
I believe.
That's a high score in Mel, 7.9.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's way too many fucking shows this season. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I only got 1 more or 2 more after this. So I mean, did anyone else?
Okay.
Oh no, 3 more. Sorry. 3
Jesus.
more.
Okay, we got to go like
The
5 minutes
last
apiece.
one,
Seriously.
the last one on this list that I watched is Heroines Run the Show, which is the
Okay, that show
the
sucks.
Idol show. Which honestly, it wasn't that bad.
Might as well talk about it. Just talk about it.
It really wasn't terrible. It's actually kind of cute. I mean, again, it was a little bit of a mediocre show, but overall, the events that happen, it doesn't really center a lot around like the idol part, like kind of how what's that freaking show that Cuoco is obsessed?
Idolmaster.
Yeah, Idol. It's nothing like that. There's actually a story that is involved, and yes, it kind of evolves around idols, but it's just honestly just an ordinary music show.
The main character is the manager. That's why it's different.
Yeah, and she gets the chance to go move to Tokyo to be on a track team because in her hometown the high school doesn't have a track team, so she had the opportunity to transfer to Tokyo to join the track team that's there. So, and in order for her to have at least some sort of income while she's in Tokyo, she finds this job ad that paid very well, and you don't really need experience. And she went on this interview, and it just so happened to be like manager in training for this idol group called Lip Lip. So,
Yeah, and it's just about her managing Lip Lip.
yeah, it's cute. I mean, it's nothing like, you know, anything extravagant happens. I mean, there are certain points that are just like, oh no, what happens? Like, I think in the 3rd or 4th episode, there was like something bad happened, and she had to she volunteered to grab. It was like one of like a giveaway gift for a concert that Lip Lip was performing, and they wanted to give their fans like a little complimentary gift, like saying thank you for supporting us kind of thing. And they made like these cute little Lip Lip medals, and one of the staff forgot the bag that had the gift in it, so she took a cab and ran back to the studio to grab it. And then there was like a big traffic accident that happened, and so traffic was backed up, and so she actually ran to the event, and she kind of sprained her ankle in the process. So, and that kind of affected her track meet that she had later on. So that was like kind of like a oh no, what's going to happen kind of thing. I did kind of wish that they would have shown a little bit more of her doing some of her training for her track and field stuff. But I kind of understand why they really kind of majorly centered it around her job of her being the manager in training. So
Yeah.
But there was a cute episode where her like childhood friend came to visit to go to one of the concerts, and the two boys that are lip like helped her look pretty. Like she got a haircut, and one of the characters did her makeup, and they took her out shopping to make her look a little girly. It was really cute. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it. That's all my shows.
Then I watched Kunoichi Tsubaki no Muni no Uchi in the Heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki-kun. You know, this is just a slice of life about some ninja girls training to be ninja girls. And it's really funny because they're all being taught that men are horrible and men are shit. But then it turns out that, like, that's all lies, obviously. Like, there's nothing wrong with men. It's
Obviously, that's a lie, dude. Men are the best.
Yeah. I don't know about that. But, you know, like...
Debatable.
Like... it's you know, ninjas doing ninja shit, and they're cute ninja girls doing ninja shit. So I think it's a pretty fun show. It's a slice of life. You know, you can kind of get through it in the background. It's Studio Cloverworks, and I like it. I enjoyed it. I kind of feel like it might be better as a manga. That's what I've heard some people say. But that being said, if you want to watch the show, I personally think it's really cute. And it's just classic ninja stuff. There's nothing too weird about the ninja stuff they do. You know, it's replacement jutsu, flame breathing.
They don't have, like, snakes crawling out their hoo-has, do they?
They don't have pain, you know. They don't have Madara throwing a whole asteroid at people, that kind of thing.
Oh, that sounds dope. Holy shit.
Yeah, I watch the Madara fight often, when Madara fights the whole Leaf Village, and, like, he fights, like, literally every shinobi in the world. Fucking badass. Then I watched Black Rock Shooter Dawnfall. I watched a couple more episodes. This was disappointing, to say the least.
5.8 on Mal.
Yeah, it's,
Mal's getting pretty good with their scores. Most of the stuff is pretty accurate.
I thought it was going to be an adaptation of, like a reboot or a new story involving Black Rock Shooter. And it is a new story involving Black Rock Shooter, but it's a new story involving the world that Black Rock Shooter comes from, and not like the original one. So I kind of was just like, oh. And not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just like the way they did it was just like, it's kind of boring, and the CG is not done very well. You know, give it to Studio Orange, and then maybe let's talk. You know, but I don't know. And then I watched Healer Girl, and that's about it.
Okay, how was Healer Girl? Because I had that on my list, but I did not have time to get to it.
I like it a lot. Healer Girl, I think
it's a musical. Like, the whole show is a musical.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, and
wow,
and so
Nick
through
wants
song.
to watch a music anime. That's a shocker.
That sounds like trouble, and it starts with P, and it rhymes with P, and it stands for pool. I forgot how that goes. Music
so
Man.
This is the one about
monorail.
This is about the main three girls who are vocal medicine apprentices.
Yeah, they heal people with their voices.
They heal people with their song.
They ASMR them.
Yeah, actually, pretty much. Yeah, like, and so, like,
to death.
And it's like these magical kind of powers, and it creates, like, it almost kind of looks like they're doing a domain expansion when they go into the song from Jujutsu Kaisen. You know?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much a domain expansion, and it represents the thing they're trying to heal. So here's what's really cool about it. In the first couple episodes, it very much does and by the way, the animation is very nice. It's consistent throughout. Love it. And the very first, like, 4 episodes, which we talked about in our first impressions, obviously, they set it up to kind of show you how it works, right? And introduce the characters, obviously, like most shows. And they do a very good job of it. You're not bored at all. You know, it's very nice the first 3 episodes. And then they get into it and they start adding more higher stakes things, right? So there's one episode where they're like, okay, we're going to go into this hospital. There's a separate room behind glass with soundproof, with sound, like, enhancing walls in it. Not soundproof. And we're going to sing during this man's surgery. and they have to sing during the surgery from the moment of the first cut to when they stitch it up. And it's like the way it's represented in like the visual that they're in is like a cliff that's split open, and they go into the cliff and sing within. They go into the crevice, the void, and then sing in there. Yeah, and then they fly out of it, and then it seals up. It's like
I think
really
it'd be
cool.
funny if it cut to like the cells at work characters like sitting in a room watching TV, and they hear the singing, and they just take a broom and they're like start hitting the ceiling. Yeah, it'd be really funny. It's like quiet down.
Quiet down! I'm trying to sleep in here.
We're trying to do actual healing over here. Shut up! Shut up! Fucking kids and their shit. But yeah, it's really cool.
Did
I
the
really
character
enjoyed it.
interactions feel natural or forced? Because like someone on the My Anime List review said they did, but I don't know.
No, I think they feel natural. The only time where it doesn't feel natural is like the blonde-haired chick. I think her name is Sophia. She's like in love with their teacher, like kind of like Yamaya is with Komi. And there's like, that's like the comedic part of it. There's one part where Ria, that's the teacher's name, Karasuma Ria, she hugs Kana because Kana's like nervous about like, oh, not Sophia. Her name is Raimi. Raimi is obsessed with the teacher. Sophia is the Russian chick, or Sonia. Sonia is a Russian chick. And so anyway, the teacher hugs Kana, and Raimi's like, she hugged you. Oh my god! Like it's really funny. But no, I liked it. It was different. It was nice. The character design is 10 out of 10. I really love the characters' designs. The healer girls themselves have specific traits about them that you can point them out, and that's why you can tell that's who they are. They have two-toned hair and different colored eyes, you know what I mean? While everyone else kind of has like, normal features. And normally that's just like, oh, it's a stupid anime thing. But like, no, like they kind of, it's because it runs in their line of like blood that they have different whatevers, They kind of say it without explaining. I don't know. But I enjoyed it. I think it's a really cool anime. Studio 3HZ, 3 hertz, triple hertz, did it really well. Yuki Akiya did the character design, and they'd done the character design for Gun Gale Online and Princess Principal. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really nice. Other than that is all I got to. I'm really
Birdie
mad that I
Wing,
missed.
we will talk about later because it's my Discord name and I fucked up.
Fucked up, bro.
I know everybody likes Birdie Wing. I will talk about it.
I really wanted to watch Shin Kitosen, but I've never seen all of the Kitosen, so I want to go back and rewatch all of them. And then I wanted to watch Executioner and Her Way of Life because I thought that was kind of a cool, different kind of like isekai story. So
There was like 60 or 70 shows this season. It's fucking unreal.
So that's me and Danny's stragglers, I guess. Nick, what about you? What else? What other ones did you want to catch or you caught that we didn't? Or
That was it.
okay. Okay, hell yeah. So let me ask you this. What was your favorite? What's your anime of the season? Anime of the season for me? For me, probably, Summertime Render is going into summer, so I'm not going to...
I like how Sam's like, what's your favorite anime this season? All
Let me
right,
tell you about
I'll go first.
Spy Family, kind of hard to beat. I really like, it was one of the best...
I feel like that's gonna be anime of the year.
It's one of the best things coming out of Jump, and it has been for a while, so...
Yeah. Yeah.
If not for... I don't know, man. Your boy Kong Ming was really good, too. For me, I'll just say Spy Family, just because I just really enjoyed it. I would say Love After World Domination or Spy Family. You know what? I'm going to say it. Love After World Domination. I loved Love After... Because I love...
Wow.
Look,
Wow.
I love Sentai and
I can
Tokusatsu
see
stuff to
that.
begin with.
Oh, that's fine.
That's
That's
fair.
fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's what is your favorite? It doesn't even have to be the quote unquote best. It's like, what's
Okay,
your
then
favorite?
yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, that was my favorite because I love Tokusatsu stuff, and I'm getting into romances recently, so this was kind of a perfect blend for me to kind of, get back into more romance, and it was just really funny. I thought it was really good. So, yeah. What about you, Danny?
Yeah, this is like honestly really hard because there were a lot of shows that I really, really, really liked.
Maybe Dance 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 here for you.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that was definitely a high favorite of mine. Again, I'm biased for it, so but your boy Kong Ming was really good.
Yeah.
If you think about it, singing is dancing with your
Your mouth.
That's true. That's true.
You know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns, and I'm gonna say dance, dance, dance here.
All right. Hell yeah.
Ooh, going for the
Whoa.
underrated.
Yeah.
Nick, what about you?
Yeah.
Okay, my top 3, we got, in no particular order, I'm just kind of narrowing it down. We got Kaguya Season 3, we got Spy Family, and Kong Ming.
But you gotta pick
I
one.
think, okay, I'm just going to make it easy for other people. Okay, Kaguya, I think, is the best show of the season, and one of the best of the decade so far. But just to make it easier for somebody else who's trying to jump into something, I am going to say Spy Family. Let's go. I'm a basic bitch.
No, that's a good answer.
I mean,
Give me
that's
plain
fair.
applesauce.
Still a good answer. Yeah,
Yeah.
still a good answer.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Spy X Family. Kong Ming's also really good, but I think Spy X Family, like, it's like so funny. It's so good. Action, a little bit of everything. Wasn't a perfect show. I think Kaguya was better, but
Sure.
there we go. Let's go. I'm basic. I gotta go with my
All right.
brand. Also, we had the Watch Club for Spy Family, so that gave it a boost.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And thank you to everyone in the Discord who went in the participation channel and said what their favorites were. Mike, for example, shout out to Mike Keru. They were really into Demon Girl Next Door, Recipe for Happiness, In the Heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki, Birdie Wing, Healer Girl, Love After World Domination, I'm Quitting Heroing, and Spy Family. Trapped in a Dating Sim, they said they loved it a lot because it's getting them to read more light novels. Let's see, what did Zayla put? I know Zayla really loved Love After World Domination. They love Kaguya-sama and Komi, obviously.
Did he also like the science show? I remember somebody talking about the science show.
I thought
Science Fall in Love or whatever.
I
What's
thought
the name of the show?
no, I think that was Bree who loved it.
Oh, okay, maybe
Yeah.
that was.
I thought Zayla liked it too, actually, but it's not on his list here. But I do. You should follow Zayla on Twitter. They have a lot of really cool, decent anime opinions. And Zayla,
He's like the underground shocking.
I will say,
Pretty
they freaking put Spy Family at like a 7. And I just think that's blasphemy.
We need the Greta Thunberg clip where she's like, "How dare you!"
I'm calling
everyone
you
yell
out.
at Zayla.
I'm calling you out, Zayla. How could
But
you?
Zayla is really talkative on our Discord, but like in real life, he's
He's basically a real life Komi-san. Okay,
okay, no,
just
shut
as
up.
beautiful too.
Shut up for a minute. So he kind of put out this tweet talking about how he really connected to the character because of it. And I thought that was really cool. So,
I like how we're just airing out Zayla's business on the.
well, he tweeted it. It's
Yeah,
on his
yeah,
Twitter.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Anyway,
This is the Zayla Summit podcast.
Anyway, the moment's ruined now because Nick ruined it. Everyone yell at Nick. So
I was complimenting.
I was trying to when people connect to anime like that, it's really cool. Is all I'm saying.
And this
King
is why
of
I love
Telluride-
school days so much, because I connect to it.
So, anyways, King
I
of
connect
Telluride.
to Makoto.
Anyways, King of Telluride put Kaguya-sama. That's terrible. Spy Family, Love After World Domination. Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. Tomodachi Game.
Okay, maybe King was talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And actually that's about it. No one else did any lists. But shout out to those guys who put their tops in there. Ant-Man loved Kaguya-sama and Komi as well. They also loved Aheron-san. Courtney from the Strictly series, shout out to Courtney, said Shield Hero Season 2 was poo-poo. And, yeah, dude. Shout out
Oh
to
my
Courtney.
god! I just realized it has a 6.5 on Mal.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
bad.
pretty low for a sequel. That's pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sequels are usually higher.
Sen also did mention Vampire in the Garden. I really wanted to watch that, and I didn't get around to it.
Is
'cause
that
I
a Springs show?
It was on
on
Buttflix. It's 6
Netflix.
episodes.
Oh, it's like it's an ONA. That's why
Yeah.
it's like Bubble.
Yeah.
It's an ONA. Okay.
Bubble, Tiger and Bunny, and Vampire in the Garden are all ONAs.
Yes. So
is Bastard
yeah, bastard.
and Spriggan.
You bastard. Oh yeah, Spriggan is another one that I'm really excited for. So
We gotta have like
I
an
really-
ONA fucking episode.
Just gotta get
now.
on. Well, we gotta do another Netflix thing. Yeah, we could do
Yeah.
Netflix batches. Because some of these are only 6 episodes.
Gotta do like another spring episode. We just don't.
Well,
know.
it'll just be a Netflix.
let's slow
It'll
down
just be a
here.
Netflix batch. Stop ruining everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, favorite OP and ED, really quick.
Okay, the
Mine
OP
was
is
this one.
easy. It's Kong Ming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I think we're all gonna say
Yeah.
that. I was about to say that. Yeah. I like.
The ED, I don't even fucking know. You know
and
what?
also Skeleton Knight because Pelican. But yeah,
Actually,
anyway.
yeah, they had a good OP. ED. I gotta rewatch him. You guys go start talking.
Healer Girl ED was really, really catchy. It was, I mean, all the music in Healer Girl is really catchy because, the songs they do during the show. But the ED's really, oh, you know what? The ED to Comey season 2 is really sick.
I
It's
really
just a
liked
big,
that one.
Are we all gonna say
Yeah.
Comey? Let's all just copy each other. Let's do it.
It's a rotoscoped pixel piece, and it's
Yeah.
just fucking amazing. And the song is really cute, and it goes perfectly well with the rhythm of
Kong
the
Ming and
characters
Comey.
moving.
Let's go. That's our answers for everybody.
Kong Comey. Let's go.
Kong
Okay.
Comey.
That being said, pretty decent.
And I like when they changed it. I like when they had the photo slideshow.
I like how we, these past couple seasons, we're like, we're gonna load up on shows. We gotta do this right, and then we fucking try to, and we're like, shit, I forgot about all these shit.
There's too many. There's 51 shows, not including ONAs, and
The
not
rent is
including
too damn
ongoing
high, dude.
stuff.
The rent is too damn high.
Yeah.
God damn it.
To be fair, there
Um,
was really a handful
Yeah.
in spring season this year. There was a
A lot
lot
of new ones.
Yeah, there was a
There's a
lot.
lot of good
Next-
ones too. There's a lot of quality shows.
Next one coming up, summer coming up. There's a lot of sequels that I'm not worried about, so that's pretty cool.
Sequels more like
Yeah.
pequels, dude.
More like prequels, dude. I'm really excited for Call of the Night and Made in Abyss season 2, and obviously My Hero.
Oh my
or
god,
no, not
Rent a
My Hero.
Girlfriend season 2.
Sorry.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Rent a Girlfriend.
Devil's a
Isekai
part timer.
Isekai Oji-san could be funny. We'll see. Shadow's House season 2. Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. I'm kind of excited for.
Ooh, Classroom.
The maid I recently hired is Sus.
Don Machi, another one of those. Jesus,
Tokyo
Don Pacho.
so many fucking sequels.
Love Live Superstar second season. Here's what you do with that. You, whatever you're watching it on, download it, put it on the DVD, pee on it, throw it away in the trash. Because Love Live sucks. Fucking hate it I hate it so much. Do you understand how much I fucking hate it? Do you understand? how much I
Well,
fucking hate that
luckily
show?
you don't have to watch it, Sam.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, because I don't watch fucking Cock-a-Dookey.
Okay.
Fucking hate it! Fucking show sucks ass. God, I fucking hate Love Live so much, dude. You know where I watch Love Live? After I take a dookie, I just turn around and look in the toilet. That's what I watch.
Yeah, you got it. You have your
Anyway.
toilet screen.
I'm just kidding. I know people.
No,
love
you
Love
have a
Live.
screen in your toilet and you poop on Love Live as it's playing.
See, Nick with the good ideas. This is what I'm talking about. This is right. That's how we get better as a podcast. Thank you, Nick. That's a great idea. There we go. Anyway, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed our review, and I hope you guys enjoyed spring season. If you haven't told us yet, like the people we mentioned before, what your favorite spring season shows were, go ahead and still use a participation channel or podcast channel in our Discord to let us know. Or you can let us know on Twitter or Instagram or wherever else we are as well. That being said,